Stardate 56164.4. Security Officer Garrett Boldy Quicks reporting a security log. It's been about a week since our recent battle with the invaders. Both the Expedition and the Raven have returned to Deep Space 17 after conducting raids along the Ji'Karie border. The USS Sentry has been repaired and upgraded with the shield upgrades and the slipstream drive. However, the USS Tenchi is still heavily damaged and undergoing repair. We are continuing to receive reports of border skirmishes that have broken out between the Federation and Ji'Karie. And log.
Nice, sweet, to the point. Absolutely no fluff. All right, so yeah, that's the situation. Repair work is still going on. Some of the I know a few of the vessels that were damaged in the skirmish a few weeks ago. Expedition and the Raven, one of the Defiants, have returned from their missions and a few incursions they've been making. And I think I'm gonna actually start you guys probably just getting off of Alpha Shift. You know, you're able to start enjoying your evenings. So just really quick, where would everyone be going when you're not on duty? What would you be doing?
Is there a pool or a hot tub on the station?
I'm sure you could find a relaxation suite somewhere.
This is what Garrett Boy would do. His back hurts, and so a pool or a jacuzzi or something would probably feel really good.
Arboretum, probably, or a reef.
Probably not the pond.
What about everyone else?
I doubt there's any relaxation for Captain Prax, but I think she was either probably going through reports and then whatever downtime she does get would probably be spent trying to engage her children over subspace.
So Captain Prax is bogged down in paperwork.
That's what happens when you're the boss.
Why you should stay commander as long as possible. Commander Arif, Dr. Mountain, what would you two be doing?
I had said a stroll through the Arboretum. Leave the paperwork behind for a bit.
And finally, Dr. Mountain, what would you be doing?
Usually, Dr. Mountain is working and studying papers and different medical gizmos. And also, he's going to study some of the technology that they discovered that may perhaps assist either medically or other ways. He's going to work on some engineering type stuff sometimes. So on a side project, probably.
Okay. Just so I can kind of get an idea where everyone is, see if anyone might have opportunities to cross paths with anyone. All right, where do I want to start then? So yeah, so everyone's enjoying their leisure time activities. Garibaldi, you're pretty much just soaking in your relaxation tub, playing with the water, making it hot, making it cooler, getting drinks when you start to overheat. And you probably stay in there until the point where your skin starts to I don't know how like how your fingers form that webbing, so to speak, like how your fingers, if you're in water for a long time, uh start to develop that weird stuff on the end of them.
Prune?
Yeah, that's it.
Rooney.
That's it. Thank you. You're probably in there till your fingers start to prune.
Even longer if there are attractive men or women in the hot tub as well.
Captain Prax, you're able to finish up your reports, your paperwork, look at some of the crew logs as your new XO is still getting up to speed, and you're able to find some time before your kids head off to bed to give them a quick call. Commander Arif, you're just having a nice leisurely stroll through the arboretum, looking at some of the new orchids that the grounds crew has recently planted along one of the creek beds. And Doctor, you've just finished up your last patients for the day before turning it over to the night crew, and you head off to one of the labs to just do some independent research on some engineering stuff.
Do that again.
You just finish up with the last of your patients before turning over to your night crew, and then you just head off to one of the engineering labs to work on some of your side projects.
Sounds good. I had been working on some of the Borg stuff, the studies of Lieutenant Ellen of 4 and stuff like that. So I have that information.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're looking at it, trying to cross-reference some of the database stuff. A lot of the study of Borg technology is still
Verbatim.
it's still very early stages, and a lot of it is restricted that you probably don't have access to.
That's why I'm working off my own
Yep.
information.
Yeah, so I mean, it's painstakingly slow.
That's okay.
You might
Time.
like a good month for you is if you find out like if you're able to like code one line of code or something. It's slow.
A lot of research.
Yep.
But didn't we get some of the information from the alien engine when we got transported to this new location? Didn't we get some information from them?
Alien engine.
I'm sorry, I'm thinking of something else. Moving on.
Alrighty. So everyone's going off through their leisurely activities. We'll head to Garibaldi. You said you're staying in there longer, so
Oh, well, if there are socialization opportunities, of course he's going to stay.
so you're socializing with some of the other people in there when your comm badge chirps.
Find it along the side of the pool, and Garibaldi here.
Lieutenant, we are still waiting word from the USS Sagan. They did not send their scheduled data dump. Thought you might want to know.
Where were they last reported?
Ooh, that I'm gonna have to throw a map out for. They label some sector coordinates. Let's see if the Sagan's out here. Would it have been there? Yeah, I'll just keep him there. I don't know if we moved him or not, but that's the last known coordinates of the Sagan.
How long overdue are they?
We estimate about 8 hours.
Any unusual or enemy activity reported in that area?
Nothing that's been reported, Lieutenant.
All right. Thank you. Let Commander Reef know, and I'll be up to ops in a few minutes.
Understood.
And then Garibaldi will make his apologies to the young lady or gentleman he's been flirting with, and run by his quarters, grab a uniform, and then go to ops.
All right. And so we'll head to Commander Reef then. Commander Reef, you're strolling through the Arboretum. When your combat chirps as well.
This is Arif.
Commander, we just reported to the lieutenant, but the USS Sagan is about 8 hours late of their latest data dump.
Over the comm badge, they'll hear a long and deep sigh, and I'll simply say, "I'll be right up," and I will proceed to head to ops.
All right. Could have you both arrive around ops at the same time. I'm sure you guys had to find quarters, make your way back to a turbo lift, takes a little bit of time.
Make my way to my station and start pulling up the current mission profile of the missing vessel. They said it was the Sagan.
Yes.
Pull up the Sagan's current mission profile. See, where they were, what they were supposed to be doing.
All right. Go ahead and give me. So you would have the security clearance to know this, which is why you're being reported to. So this will probably be a control, security, or command, difficulty 1. Assisted by the station's computers command.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna roll that flat then. So I must have grabbed the station. What was the station again?
Computers command.
Oh, sounds like someone got it. Huh. Well, so much for fishing for momentum, but I got the one.
Yep, it's enough to succeed, at least. No momentum gain. All right, there's the initial information.
Seeing the commander come in. Commander Reef.
Yes.
Looks like the Sagan was on exploration. in out in this sector. 8 hours overdue.
I have certainly heard that much, Garibaldi. Anything else?
Um, GM, about how far is that from where we're at?
Let me give it a good look.
And are there any other ships in the system uh, in that sector closer than us that could respond to check on them?
I don't know, what is that, about 30 light years maybe? 30 to 35 light years, give or take. I don't know how the ruler tool works on this.
Neither do I. That's still within subspace communication range. We got enough buoys out here that we could reach them by subspace.
Yeah, you should. Someone taught me how to do this once, and then I subsequently forgot. Ooh, 35, almost on the nose.
Hey, there you go.
Boom. Yeah, it's not that they were out of contact range or anything. It's just they're late for their here's all the information we found within the last 2 weeks, you know,
I'm
so that
assuming,
the teams on the stations could looking at their discoveries.
also assuming that since we're sort of on war footing, that ships are required to report in occasionally.
Yes.
Mr. Trent, operations officer, attempt to raise the Sagan on subspace.
Yes, Lieutenant. I'm debating if I want you to roll. I don't think I will. Lieutenant, there's been no response to our hails.
That's not good. Are there any other ships near their position, or are we the closest installation or vessel?
We are the closest.
Commander, what do you think?
Um,
We need to go out and have a look.
can someone let me know, just because I've been away a bit, what ships do we have access to right now?
The Tenchi's still damaged. The Sentry, I guess the Expedition, the Raven, and the Sentry are in dock.
Yeah, most of the ships are here.
Raven is a Defiant class.
But the Expedition is Praxis ship, right?
Yes.
What other repair status?
In which case,
Let me look back at my log. I don't see there was anything in my log about damage to the Expedition.
well, why don't we take?
Oh, I'm sorry, Lieutenant. The USS Neptune is the closest ship, but we're still reporting them about 20 or so light years away.
Your call, Commander. Unless you want to bump that up to the captain. I bet Captain Prax wouldn't mind getting out and stretching her space legs.
Sure. Why don't you coordinate with the captain to get underway and let her know that we will keep the Raven here at the ready, should she need any assistance.
Uh, yes, sir. You coming with?
Well, uh, I have to admit, Chief, I'm a little partial to going on the Raven. Maybe just end up, hey, 2 ships are better than one.
Real quick. So Captain DeGrasse is his currently has taken his flag up on the Raven.
Oh,
The Eagle is available, and along with the Sentry.
Eagle it is. Replace all those Ravens with Eagles. And
As you say, Commander.
excellent. Onwards, Chief. And let's go figure this out.
All right. Operations, would you raise Captain Prax on the expedition, please?
Yes, Lieutenant. On the expedition? Or do you have a ready room somewhere?
There is a ready room, but it's not in this game.
Okay. We'll just throw your token down here to represent you're in your ready room. Captain Prax, you probably just finished up talking with your kids. I believe they're with the husband on his ship, or were they with your
Probably at
sister?
this time. Yeah, there probably would be.
So, you have a nice little family chat, maybe 20 or 30 minutes or so, before it's their bedtime. Just as you're getting up to start enjoying your evening, the bridge contacts you. Captain Prax, we're receiving a communication from the station directed for you, Captain.
Very well. Patch it through.
And on the screen is one Lieutenant Garibaldi Quicks.
Evening, Captain Prax. Our operations chiefs advised us that the USS Sagan is about 8 hours overdue reporting. Commander Reef was going to take the USS Sentry out. They're not responding to hails. Commander Reef's going to take the Sentry out looking for her. Want to know if you and the expedition would like to join us?
Have you tried raising the Neptune? I believe she's out that far. She currently has sophisticated long-range sensors equipped to her. They might be able to spot the Sagan before any vessels journeying out that far.
Not yet, Captain. I asked Commander Reef. He said be an opportunity to get out and stretch our space legs. But certainly, I can take care of that before we depart, if you, at your suggestion, ma'am.
Try to get in contact with the Neptune first. Let's get a little bit more information before we send any vessels out there. They could be trying to lure us away.
Yes, ma'am. I will contact you as soon as I get more information. Garibaldi will sign off and have operations contact the Neptune.
Ooh, who do I want to be captain of the Neptune? Which random token can I grab now? I have no idea who this is, but this will work. It's a captain. And on your panel is you see a captain. This is Captain Copeland.
Captain Copeland, this is Lieutenant Quick, Security Chief of DS-17. Ma'am, the USS Sagan is about 8 hours overdue reporting. You're the closest starship to her. Is there any chance you could direct your sensors in the Sagan's direction as he types out the coordinates for the Sagan and sends it to the Neptune? See if you can detect her, ma'am.
This will be a bit out of our way. Go ahead and give Garibaldi, go ahead and give me a presence command difficulty 2.
Ooh.
Assisted by the ship's communications command.
I'm going to give you a threat. That's going to be a tough roll for Garibaldi. I'm going to hope the ship rolls a crit, or I'm going to end up with a comp.
How many players are there? 5, 4? So I get 9 threat now. Right, just need the ship's communications command.
Communications command, 1 die. That was not what I wanted out of that. I guess I will have to take the comp.
And I will use the comp. We are finishing up our planetary survey of this system, Lieutenant. Once we finish up here, should have about 3 or 4 hours. We'll start heading back to check on the Sagan. You haven't detected a distress signal, correct?
No, ma'am, but we have attempted to hail the Sagan, and they are not responding.
Maybe they hit an ion storm or something. We'll try to raise them, and if not, we'll double back and check on them. We'll keep you informed, 17.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. DS-17 out. And I will send, we'll just send text messages, the Star Trek version of text messages to Commander Reef and Captain Prax, updating them.
I've heard all that.
Oh, yeah.
Still here.
Send a message to Captain Prax and let her know that the Neptune is about 4 hours out. So we're gonna have a delay in getting any information on that area.
Well, I'm fine giving it 4 hours, but let's keep both ships prepped and ready to go, at the very least. Certainly, the Eagle, the one under my jurisdiction.
Yes, sir, Commander. Operations officer, continue attempting to contact the Sagan at regular intervals. Let us know if you manage to get a hold of her.
Understood, Lieutenant.
With 4 hours to kill, Garibaldi is going to begin reviewing security and basically Starfleet intelligence and security reports for that area of space, particularly looking for hazards and any enemy ship movements in that area.
Yeah, there's been no enemy reports. There's just been of at least ships in that area. It's mostly been closer to the DS-17 sector. It's where most of the border skirmishes have been taking place.
Any unusual chatter on the civilian communication channels?
No, most of the civilian traffic has been rerouted away from the area. So there hasn't been much chatter on the civilian frequencies either.
What is the staffing of the Eagle like right now? Is it skeleton crew? Is there a regular crew over there?
They're starting to get staffed up. There's probably like a lieutenant commander in command. Um, pull the few engineers from the station, a few from the Tiananmen, just to supplement crews. It probably only runs a crew of 50, but there might be like 30 on there or something.
But right now it's without a captain.
Yeah, I mean, you could count the lieutenant commander that has command, but
We're not going to step on anybody's toes by grabbing that ship. And
no.
Then Garibaldi will notify the lieutenant commander that's currently the Overwatch for the Eagle, and ask him to have the ship ready to go. Just kind of inform him of the situation, uh, have him get the ship prepped and ready to go and prepared for uh, any situation, and give him about a 4-hour deadline on that.
All right, I'll go ahead and roll me a presence command difficulty 2 to create that advantage.
Presence command. Garibaldi looks at the commander. You want to call him?
Actually, well, could I put my hand on his shoulder reassuringly and use that as an assist?
Let me look at your character sheet.
Yeah, the symbiote might be several hundred years old. Garibaldi's like 22.
You know what?
Indeed.
Since you have a focus in nonverbal communication, I will allow the assist.
Let's do this then.
I'm going to give you a threat anyway. Give me a chance here. Hey. Now we're earning some momentum, though.
Yep, now you get one. And they say it'll take a few hours to get the ship ready. But they acknowledge.
That's all I can think of that to do. So Garibaldi will do normal duties until we hear from the Neptune, or not.
All right. And yeah, this is probably going to be a good opportunity for anybody that wants to do any free role play, either with any of the characters that are here, or if you want me to set up any scenes. I think we'll have the next scene happen the next day. So if there's anything this evening you want to do.
Well, I wouldn't mind telling Garibaldi to stop by my office as shift is winding down.
Yeah, go ahead, role play it out.
Excellent. Garibaldi, that was pretty good work I just saw. If you could, if you wouldn't mind, if nothing comes up, maybe stop by my office at the end of shift.
Yes, sir.
And I will seek refuge in my office until the end of shift.
The question is, do you have an office on here?
I think we're actually off shift too.
I do not think so.
Yeah, I don't think it got moved over.
I will pretend the captain's office is my office for the day.
Hey, that works.
Not in it. It's a little grand for my taste, but hey.
I will finish up what I can and then head to the and report to the commander.
Do you just walk in, or do you?
Oh yes, I shouldn't just walk in. Of course, that is Garibaldi. He might just walk in. Depends. Is the door open or shut?
You know what? It is slightly ajar.
Oh, if it's slightly open, Garibaldi just walks in.
Chief, have a seat, please.
Yes, sir. You want to see me?
I did. I wanted to talk with you for a moment, if you didn't mind.
And Garibaldi sits down. Every few minutes, he looks a little uncomfortable and shifts, reminding it may remind you that he is still suffering from a back injury.
Oh, Of course. My apologies. Whatever makes you most comfortable.
Oh, no, Ken. The doctor's got me on PT. It's just, I'm sure it'll be fine eventually. Shifts in the chair again. Uh, what did you want to talk to me about, sir?
Well, I know that you recently took a shift from medical to security, and I wanted to know how you were feeling about that.
It's a little different, Commander. I mean, before I was joined, I went to medical school, but Quicks is a lot of Quicks' former hosts are security and intelligence officers, and it was, and I did a little work in the past for Starfleet intelligence or Starfleet intelligence adjacent. I enjoyed it, and I saw the opportunity to come up to shift over to security, a little more comfortable for Quicks, and certainly I'm finding it interesting, and how I can apply what I learned in medical school to the job. Am I meeting your expectations so far, sir?
I think so. I think that you've shown to have great impulses. However, I think some of the pathways you follow through could be more well thought out.
Yes, sir. Quicks tells me that occasionally that sometimes I should think a little more before I act. I'll work on that, sir.
I'd like you to. Also, I would like you to know I've been watching you work for quite some time now, and I just wanted to say that I think some time in security will do you some good, but I don't think that security will be your final placement. Certainly not if I have anything to say about it.
I'm not sure I follow, sir. You want me to go back? You would want me to go back into counseling?
Actually, I might want you to take Command Red.
That, that's I appreciate that, sir. I appreciate the confidence you have in me. That's I just got my commission not too long ago, so it's a little ways down the road, but I certainly will keep it in mind. And when the time comes, if if you'd write me a letter of recommendation for command school, I wouldn't turn it down, sir.
Indeed. And quite frankly, I think you've been uh, getting some good on the job practice as it is.
Yes, sir. Just got to learn to duck a little more often.
Yes, and speaking of which, Chief, I now have to give you quite the unusual order. No more unnecessary risks.
Yes, sir. Focus on the word unnecessary. I hope. Part of being in security, it's, your safety and the safety of the security and the security of the captain are my priorities as your security chief, sir.
That is fair, but add cover to that list too, Chief, because you're no use to us all banged up. No
Yes,
use to Starfleet either.
at least I'll make sure Ensign he names the guy that shot him in the back. Ensign so and so is in front of me next time.
Arif will chuckle at that. Um, and at that, actually, he will simply nod and say, "Dismiss, Chief. Have a good night off."
Uh, yes, sir. I'll notify you as soon as we hear from the Neptune.
Indeed. If anything, we will meet on the Eagle.
Yes, sir. Everybody gets up, attempts to stand straight, tall with pride. He goes, "Oh, ow," and then and slouches a little bit.
Like I said, Chief, no unnecessary risks.
Yes, sir. And actually, if Garibaldi has time, since we have time before Garibaldi is going to let the ops officer know that he's going to be in medical, and let him know if the Neptune contacts, then Garibaldi's going to try to squeeze in a PT session, therapy session before they leave. Oh, that was a fun episode of that show.
Well, right. Nicely done. I think we'll go ahead and enter the next scene.
Bye bye, momentum.
GM giveth and the GM taketh away. Dr. Mountain.
Yes.
So you were setting up some experiments, with your engineering stuff, and you set the simulations to run overnight, and you came back in the morning to check on them in one of the labs here.
Sure.
When if I was in the right layer. Why is it that I cannot control my own character as the GM?
Are you in the proper layer? Or did you
Not
move it to the
anymore.
proper layer?
I moved it to the proper layer. I didn't move back. Pain in the butt. When Vogel walks in.
Lieutenant?
Oh, excuse me, doctor. I didn't realize this lab was occupied.
Oh, that's fine. I can move over to this console. I'm just reading a couple more documents. I've been hogging this room for far too long, I'm sure. And steps over. Come on over. What you got cooking?
The one of the long-range sensor probes is about to arrive at its location.
Cool.
The one that we found when we were on that planet with the mining team.
Okay, I remember.
So I'm about to see what's there.
Oh. Mind if I stick around?
Sure. Could always use an extra set of hands.
Oh, sure.
And Vogel will start pressing some buttons here.
Makes a bookmark. Let's see.
But yeah, Doctor, I'll have you assist with the role here. It's probably just going to be a reason or control science difficulty 1, assisted by the station's. I guess this would be sensor science also.
Reason science. Um.
And yeah, I'll have you assist.
Sure. Would imaging systems be okay for focus?
You know what? Yeah, I think so.
Okay. 1 die. All right.
All right, looks like the probe's arrived. Let's see what's out there.
Oh, I missed.
And just need the station's sensor science.
There it is.
That one.
It's disguised as the security chief.
You guys gained 3 momentum there.
Oops, not that button. Sorry. Reset. Geeky.
Let me send this to you, Doc, so I can role play with it a little bit. If I could find your name in my massive list of people. All right, scans are coming up now. Huh. Well, it's not a planet.
That is weird. That it's a Vorkala relay station or something. Looks like the same design.
Yeah, it's definitely the same design of that vessel we encountered. I guess it would make sense they'd have subspace relay similar to what we use.
Do we disable it? Or they might discover our probe.
Well, the probe's not really made to
Oh, I'm
engage
sure.
remotely. We'd have to actually go to the station.
We should at least let the captain know.
Right. Lieutenant Vogel, the station ops. And whoever's at ops, I have no idea who's up there. This will probably be at the beginning of Alpha Shift.
That sounds like about the time that Arif was paying close attention to Garibaldi. So I think that would be him.
This would probably be the next morning. So
Ah, in which
yeah,
case,
if you want to
go
take the
for
comms.
Arif.
Commander, the long range probe we sent to the coordinates from the last mission has finally arrived. Seems that they've picked up some type of subspace relay station. Similar to that in the design of the Vorkula vessel we encountered on the planet.
Is it active?
We are picking up that it is powered, and it appears to be sending and receiving information.
Is there a way to tap into it and see where it's sending and what?
Unfortunately, it appears that the relay station is heavily encrypted. We'd need to send a team to it.
And scans of the region otherwise?
So far, that's the only thing appearing on our sensors. Just seems to be a standard subspace relay station.
Is Garibaldi in ops?
He's probably at the security station. He's probably checking for a message from the Neptune at this point.
Uh, well, I think we had best go check it out in that case.
GM, has there been any word from the Neptune?
There has not.
Because they said they were leaving.
Yeah, only
basically-
that they were on their way to check it out probably about 4 hours ago. They probably sent that call that, they finished up their scans and are on their way. But nothing since then.
I'm getting confused on the time. It's been long enough.
So this is the following morning from the stuff you guys did before the scene change. We're in the following morning. So like you asked the Neptune to do it probably in the evening. Maybe around 8 o'clock at night or something. So they finish up their scan, sent you a communication. They're heading that way. So, you've had a good night's sleep. So to
I guess
speak.
the big fear is what would have been their ETA in that area been? Are they overdue yet?
Oh, probably not yet.
That's what I was worried about.
Because they're probably what did we say they were? They're probably about 20 light years. So that takes time, a few hours. How long does it take a Nebula class to go 8 hours?
No word from the Neptune yet, Commander. There should still be en route to the Sagan's last known location.
Well, that's fair, Chief. Then there's no reason to expect anything, yeah? What do you think? You think we should check out this listening post?
I mean, that'd be your prerogative, sir. With the Sagan being out of contact, I'd hate to not be here. I'd hate to be. I'd hate to be. I wouldn't want to not be ready if we discover we need to go out there.
Very well. Then alert me the moment you hear from the Neptune.
Yes, sir.
All right. So what was decided that we're doing here?
We are not going to the listening post. The Eagle is still on standby. We are waiting until we either hear from the Neptune or start to worry about hearing from why we haven't.
Okay.
I do want to look at the map. How far is that? Two questions. Looking at the map, or the star charts on my monitor. How far away is this listening post, and is it on the way to the Sagan's last known location? As something just occurred to Garibaldi. It's one of those. If it's on the way,
Listening post is out that way. Neptune's last was here. Sagan's last here.
oops, I messed up myself up there. Where are we?
17 is there.
That's kind of out of the way. Yeah, I was gonna tell the commander if the listening post was was between us and the Sagan, then we might as well run out there and we'd be closer. But
Slipstream.
oh, is the Eagle equipped with the slipstream drive?
I believe.
Wait, what?
And if you remember your logs that I gave,
I know the Expedition has it.
and
Oh, there's one of these ships that has
Oh, the Sentry.
the Sentry's the
Yeah,
one that's been updated. Commander, just thinking. Sometimes I forget we got those fancy new drives. If you really wanted to go look, I imagine we could pop over there and have a look. Sentry's got one of them new slipstream drives, so is the Expedition.
Ah, excellent memory. In which case, why don't we prep the Sentry, have the Eagle stay on standby to protect the station, and why don't you coordinate with Captain Prax, see if she wants to join us?
Um, yes, sir. And then Garibaldi's going to look at his board to see what that red alert is.
you check your board, and you see one of the Ji'Karie drone ships just pop into your sensor range.
Commander, we have an enemy vessel just on the edge of our sensors. That's wait a minute, that's Garibaldi's job. Garibaldi raises the shields on the station.
Rick will come out of his office.
Ops, can you give me a scan of the end of the Ji'Karie vessel? Are there weapons and shields active?
All right, that will be a scanning task. I'll give you two options here for the scan. This could either be a reason science or reason security. assisted with the sensors in whatever discipline. We'll make this a difficulty of 2.
All right. Well, if it's reason security, then Garibaldi can do it. Difficulty 2. I do not have an applicable foe. I'm still working on that converting Garibaldi, so I don't really have a focus here. So I'm gonna actually, since I'm gonna give you a threat since it's a security roll. I have to remember I have bold security. I keep forgetting. That's a bad thing to forget. So that's 2 sensor security for the station, you said?
Yes. I'm not sure if the station has any superpowers with its sensors or not.
It has advanced sensors, if I remember correctly.
Oh, there it is, advanced sensor suites.
So then it would be a difficulty 1.
Then
In which case you'll get a momentum out of it.
get my momentum back, and I might as well re-roll my 0 since I can. So that'll give me 2 momentum, yeah.
Sorry, getting the information together. There you go.
Captain, the enemy vessel appears to be damaged. I'm reading damage to the ship's sensors, weapons, minor hull buckling. Their shields are up, but they're intermittent. They're not able to keep their shields up.
Understood. Chief, I'll stay on the station. Get on board the Eagle, anyways, just in case this is some sort of ruse.
Yes, sir.
Assume control of the ship, Chief, on my authority, and protect the station at all costs.
Garibaldi's eyes get about big as around as an anime character, and a little sprite. Yes, sir. And
To the frying pan, Chief.
and begins heading for wherever. Is the Sentry docked, or does he need to take transporter over? The Eagle, I mean.
They're pretty much all docked.
So he's going to head for the docking ring, contact the caretaker command for the Eagle. Let him know he is on the way, and for the Eagle to be ready to depart as soon as he gets there.
And as he's leaving, I'm going to call out, "Don't break my ship, Chief."
Garibaldi looks back at you, get a kind of quick response. Is it really your ship, sir? And then walks out the door before the commander has a chance to respond.
Oh, the response is simply a chuckle.
Oh, that sucks. I can't find it. Anyway, Commander, we're being hailed. Audio only.
Open hailing frequencies. Let's hear what they have to say.
Deep Space Federation Station. I need immediate.
Is that Captain Prax's voice, or?
No, it is not.
Okay.
Voice you do not recognize. Garibaldi was on the away mission, right?
Yes, he is. He is headed for the Eagle.
Oh, right, you already left. Never mind.
Is it coming from the Ji'Karie ship?
Yes, Commander.
I'm going to tell the ops officer to forward that to the expedition, and I'm going to tap my comm badge and with intents to inform Garibaldi there's been a wrinkle.
All right, let me hit the chirp here if I can find the chirp. There it is.
Garibaldi here.
Chief, there seems to be some sort of distress call emanating from that ship. Once you get aboard the bridge of the Eagle, we will forward it to you. Just something to keep in mind while you're out there.
Yes, sir. It should be on board momentarily.
Excellent, Chief. Good luck out there. Be safe.
Yes,
No
sir.
more injuries.
I'll try not to break my ship, sir.
Our ship, Chief.
All right, so so you're sending the one of the Defiants out to intercept, or just to take the comm?
I mean, I basically Garibaldi's standing orders were protect the station, but I will be forwarding him this distress call for him to hear and see once he gets on board.
Okay. The channel is still open, by the way.
Oh, oops! Someone mute that, please.
It's muted.
Okay. Are you just gonna turn around with the frown and say, "Anticipation, people. Some of these tasks you can decide for yourselves. It's the mark of good officers." And yeah, I'm gonna start going through the process of making sure the station is locked down. The civilians are safe because, quite frankly, that is much more my priority right now.
Gonna keep the comms muted?
Hopefully, unless one of my bright ops officers decides to unmute it. But I would like to constantly monitor it and see if anything more is said or any more information is sent. Like we will keep an open channel, but muted.
Okay. The comms are remaining open. The ship is slowly limping towards, or the drone ship, one of the fighters is slowly limping toward the station, probably under thruster power.
I will turn to my ops officers and say status of the expedition and the Eagle.
Both ships are standing by.
Well, okay then.
Got a hail from the expedition, Commander.
Open frequencies.
If I could find Praxis token.
Don't mute it this time.
On the view screen, wherever the view screen, probably over here, is over there is Captain Prax.
I'll walk over and say, Captain, I take it you're seeing what we're seeing.
We're we haven't detected any other Ji'Karie vessels on our sensor ranges. We're going to proceed to head to the edge of the system to further investigate any potential Ji'Karie vessels lurking. Captain DeGrasse is already moving to take point on the Raven to potentially cover us if need be. Go ahead and investigate that Ji'Karie drone fighter. Figure out what it's doing here. It's a long way from its operation or wherever it came from.
That we can do. Good luck, Captain. Be safe out there.
You as well. Prax out.
And I'm gonna have the ops officer hail the Eagle.
And on the screen is actually, hold on.
I was saying, Garibaldi made it there yet?
I just got to move some people off, but we can double this bridge. And aboard the Eagle, Garibaldi, you see Commander Arif.
Commander.
Arif is gonna nod and say, Captain, I'd like you to take the Eagle and head towards the Ji'Karie vessel, investigate, get what information you can, but make sure our people are safe in the process.
Yes, sir. Let you know as soon as we discover something.
Oh, good hunting, Captain Quicks. And Arif will nod to shut off the communication.
Very good. Helm set an intercept course for the Ji'Karie vessel. Operations, let's get our shields up. Take the ship to yellow alert.
Aye, sir. I don't think I'll make you roll for any of that. But yeah, the ship is set on an intercept course to the drone fighter. And within a few minutes, because you have impulse and it's slowly going at thruster power, you intercept it.
Operations, give me a scan of that vessel. Give me a close scan of that vessel. Particularly life signs, injuries, species, and type. Warn me if they bring their weapons up.
All right. This will need a roll. So you could probably grab a supporting character that's sciencey, if we have any.
Brett, you want to grab them? You haven't had a chance to do any kind of rolling for a while.
Okay. Somebody's antsy.
Yeah. I don't think that one is used in anything, so we could throw her on.
How about Leona Roy?
Right. Yeah. I don't think she was anywhere in ops, so she's probably fine to go here.
She's not a completed character, I don't think so.
Oh, she is not.
I think you got blanked out or something.
I saw the picture and assumed.
Me too.
You see if any of these other ones have. We could probably just use let's see whose stats are better for this.
Burke is for.
You can use Alice Burke's stats, I think.
Okay, sure.
And then we'll make the character later. I don't know who started that one.
I don't know. It was there. Anyway, at some point. Research or sensor operation?
It'll be sensor ops.
All right. And what's the difficulty? Or is it assist?
So what were you scanning for exactly, Garibaldi? What were the orders?
Let's get life signs, since we got a distress call, primarily life signs, but I also asked to be warned if they were able to get their weapons online.
Okay.
Sensor suite.
So this will be a difficulty 2, probably going to be reason medicine, assisted by sensors medicine. Although it'd probably be medicine or science.
You take
For life
science.
science. Yeah, probably medicine or science.
Take one of those momentum for a die.
Ooh, here's the eagle. Not helping.
All right. Well, anyway, I said this was diff 2, right? So you gain 3 off of it.
One for obtain information.
And let me see.
At least.
Cool. I'll just stick that one right there. We'll see what we learn off the bat.
Readings are coming in, sir.
I think that's how you spell that. Just trying to make sure spelling of this one thing is correct. There we go.
As long as I can pronounce it, I can do all right. There appears to be one life sign, but it's fading. And it is fading, sir. It's classified as Vrokala. Vrokala, sir.
Vorkala.
Is that a
Vrokala.
species is that a species in their database, GM?
I
The
send that
one
information.
The one you just encountered last session.
Ooh, I missed last session.
Did you?
Yeah, I think
It
so.
was when no, you were there.
Oh, was I?
Yeah.
The away mission to the planet.
Oh, yeah.
I think everyone was there except for Arif.
I'm
Yeah.
old. I forget things.
I think that was the last session we had, actually.
Oh, right.
Because that was 2 weeks ago, and then we didn't play last week. So the episode 2 weeks ago, where we had that first contact on the planet.
What's the current status of their shields?
They're failing, sir.
They look like they need medical help, sir.
Before we move on, anything we want to use that float for information obtained? But can we tell what caused the damage to their ship?
Oh, I can give that to you, yes. I'll for the momentum, I will, because you technically scanned this earlier.
Yeah, I deleted that float.
I'll send this to you as the analysis from the security officer comes in. Just so you could RP it a little bit.
Tholian vessels. What the Tholian's doing out here? Operations. Open a channel to the Ji'Karie vessel.
Channel open.
Ji'Karie vessel. This is USS Eagle. We've received your distress call. What is your condition?
Not getting a response.
This is the bridge transporter room. As soon as the next time those shields fluctuate, which you'll lock onto life sign over on that vessel, beam it directly to sick bay. Security have a team waiting in sick bay. And transport chief, make sure you remove any weapons during transport, please.
Okay, this is going to be a task. I believe that this is going to be a difficulty 3 task. Yeah, base difficulty 2, -1 from the transporter room, +1 from not from a pad, +1 from not going to a pad. So yeah, this would be a difficulty 3. Control engineering, and it can be assisted by the ship's sensors engineering.
Ingalls is the transporter operator. And he's in the right behind Garibaldi.
Oh, if
Just-
you're having him do the roll, it's a difficulty 4.
Just
What?
FYI, you can walk literally from the bridge to the transporter room on the Defiant class. It's literally right there.
Okay.
You literally could go out the
Road
door
action.
and you move like 30 feet and you're at the transporter room. And it's in the middle of a hallway.
I'll allow it. Yeah, I'll let you use him to roll. The chief.
Who hasn't rolled yet?
Braxton hadn't had a
Brax.
chance to get involved.
Angalis, huh? Transporter and replicators.
Yep. Oh man, I don't think we have a sick bay for the Defiant, do we?
No.
I'm assuming the Defiant, if it has one, it's really small.
Yep.
A slab and a sink.
Silly combat vessels.
Okay. Real quick though, this is I'm guessing second activation. Can I give them technical expertise?
Yep.
So Garibaldi sends a message down to the ship's doctor or nurse and let him know he's about to have an incoming patient.
Alright, I will spend he's got a good roll, but let's go 3 momentum. Just in case. Roll 4 dice. Because I'm pretty sure that ship does not have a really good stat for this roll, so. Oh, there's 4. If someone wants to grab the eagle.
Oh, I just
Yep.
rolled it.
Yep, you already got it. It looks
see
like
it.
five
I don't see it.
successes. I see it.
I don't know why it went just silent to the GM. I don't know what I hit to make it do that.
Oh,
so
that's
rude.
why. If you go to the back of the sheet, I'll change it real
Oh,
quick.
okay.
Yeah,
All right, I see what you changed too.
yeah. So they succeeded?
Yes. Yeah, so it's 5 successes, so you gain 2 momentum.
Well, I'm going to fish with technical expertise.
Yep, that's the thing. Such a good talent.
Man, I
Gain
use-
another one. So I believe you're maxed.
We're at 6.
And the transport is successful, so whoever wants to be the doctor could even be the actual doctor. Because I did say they pulled crews from everywhere, so
That's cool.
I'll allow Dr. Mountain to be down there if you want. If not, you can
Yeah.
use this for boarding character.
I'll run the dock.
Right. I'm
And
gonna have
I'm
to-
not technically stationed with any ship with attention, but I'll take a jump around.
Yeah, no, I just figure since I did say that pretty much you're pulling crews from everywhere. You know, you need at least some type of medical person, and with this being a
I'm
potential ED,
experienced in the field, so
so when the person transports, you notice that they are in a spacesuit. We'll say that's a spacesuit.
do I have a security officer with me?
Yeah, there's one in there. There's a few.
Okay.
I just can't find security tokens.
Creepy music.
I'm still getting used to where everything is in this game. What the heck music is playing?
You got the. Did you set the thing on load? You did.
Mood.
Now I gotta find starship noise. Where's the starship noise?
I got you.
Okay. Thanks. So doctor, you notice that the person is in a spacesuit.
Hello, how may I help you? Do you need a special environment? I'll start. Please, take a seat. Lie down.
They're already lying on your bed when you walked in,
All right, well, I stay
and
there.
there's no responses to your inquiries.
All right, I use my scanners for my medical tricorder to determine if
All
they
right.
need an environment suit or not, or if I can just take it off and start helping them.
Since I got all this threat, go
I
ahead and
didn't
give
them anything.
go ahead and give me a reason or control medicine difficulty 2 to run your initial scans.
All right, control medicine.
Oh, and doctor, you would have the species already, since you're linked to your medical computers would be linked to the bridge for situations like this. So you already know what species you're dealing with.
It's a Brocala. So, can I use the focus of genetics to try to figure out what is wrong from the last time we know anything about this species?
I don't think you have good scans of them, if I'm not mistaken.
It was in
So I don't
possibly
think
one of the things. If not, then that's okay.
Yeah, I don't think you got scans of them while you were there. If
What's the
memory serves me.
difficulty?
2, but I'll give you emergency medicine though.
Okay. I'll take 3 momentum. Pushing a little bit.
Yeah, increase the difficulty for unfamiliarity with the species and what could be wrong.
Okay.
Any rerolls?
I do.
I don't know if you have bold or cautious or whatever.
I have cautious medicine.
Okay. You
nice.
gained 4.
So I have an extra float to obtain more information.
All right, doctor. You give the patient a quick scan, and you notice that she is starting to suffer from the early phases of oxygen asphyxiation. Basically, her suit was running low on oxygen. So that's problem number 1. Problem number 2, she did take some. You do notice that there are burns into the suit, so she probably took. So whatever happened, she probably got burned from like a console explosion or something.
Okay. I'm gonna administer a triox compound to increase her ability to take in oxygen, or whatever medically appropriate thing to use, and I begin to remove the suit away from her wounds carefully, so I can examine them.
All right, so I'm gonna give you a couple test rolls for the triox. I'm just gonna give you this as a difficulty 1.
Okay.
Difficulty increase for the unfamiliarity with the species, medically speaking.
Right. Is it
You're-
still emergency medicine?
Yeah, I'm counting this as an emergency situation. So
I'm
yes.
gonna straight roll, I guess. No, I want to reroll. I'll take one momentum.
Well,
Or
do you
that.
want to, Doc, before you go on to the next roll, do you want to spend that float? Because you got to spend that float in conjunction with the roll you just made.
Right, I obtained more information is what I was.
Okay, I didn't know if you'd spend it. I apologize.
Oh, no, that's okay. I don't know if there's any more information given that I didn't have before or whatnot.
Oh, did you ask anything?
Can I determine if the treatment that I'm going to administer is going to cause it to hyperventilate or die with too much oxygen or any of that kind of stuff?
That you wouldn't be able to do.
Okay. But they're currently still breathing. Is that good?
Yeah, barely, but they're having trouble.
All right. I'm trying to get as much oxygen into them as possible.
So,
So I bought one.
Difficulty 1 for the Trax treatment.
And I reroll.
Right, you'll gain 3 actually from this.
I'll decrease the amount of stress she's taking.
So that's 3 float.
Now you could create advantages here with that too.
Yeah, maybe I have an advantage of being able to work on her species now that I'm more familiar. I've taken enough scans and I studied her while I'm trying to heal her.
Sure. So now it just comes, you wanted to take off the suit and start treating some of the burns.
Yeah, and I think.
So this.
Do you want to create to spend the last float and one more to create the advantage you can get the suit off without aggravating the burns?
Sure, that's fair.
I'll take it. Yeah, I won't make you roll for it then. Yeah, so you use some of your medical supplies to basically like how they use scissors to cut off clothing. You kind of do the same thing, but with like a laser scalpel. You set it on like a very low setting so it doesn't break the skin, but you use it to cut the suit off.
That's fair.
So you're able to get at the burns, and then it's just the burn treatment.
All right.
And you've done this a lot of times, so diff 1.
I'll take it. It is still the complication range is no longer increased.
Well, I was increasing the difficulty, but yeah.
I understand, but does the complication range decrease because of the advantage?
Oh, the complication range should have always been at 20.
Oh, I had it at 19. Sorry.
I mean, unless you got something else going on.
No.
Like I think Garibaldi does, but
okay. So I'll take one of those momentum and then reroll that one. Much different.
Gain 3.
Float to ease her suffering better. Or the wounds heal easily.
Yeah, I mean, you run the dermal regenerator over the burns, and they seem to work. And as you're working, I spent threat for this. You start hearing her breathing, and it sounds like a wheeze almost. Kind of like with your experience, it kind of sounds like maybe she has a punctured lung.
All right, I will check the scans immediately. I'm gonna get like is there any like sort of imaging system here that I can bring out the scans and continuously scan her to
most everything here is with your tricorder because
all right, well, I'll get my
the
best I
sick
can.
bays are atrocious.
Well, I have to rely on me then. But I'll try to use the sick bay. There might be a medicine score. I don't know. On the ship, and maybe they can assist me. And I will attempt to unpuncture their lung.
All right. This one.
It probably requires surgery.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Is there a nurse, Garibaldi? Would you could possibly assist? You had
Um,
medicine at all?
Garibaldi does, but he's actually in command of the ship.
Well, it is the person you just rescued.
Does the ship have a nurse there, GM?
No.
It's a Defiant.
Still has to have some sort of medical personnel to task him
I'll use threat
to say no.
no one was assigned yet.
Okay. Then Garibaldi will look to the poor lieutenant commander that just got usurped by Lieutenant JG. Ask him to take the con. Lieutenant commander, take the con. As long as that Ji'Karie vessel isn't in any danger of exploding, lock on a tractor beam, and let's start heading back to the station. See if you can have operations download any of their logs, and then Garibaldi will go help the doctor.
Yeah, well, you probably don't know the doctor needs help, so you're pretty much going there to check on the doctor. Check on the person you rescued.
I thought
Like a
the doctor
captain would.
called for help.
There
yeah,
was no
that's fair.
communication.
I mumble loudly throughout the ship.
I mean, it is close enough. You could probably yell.
Garibaldi!
The walls
Hey.
sure are certainly thin on this vessel.
Here, hold this so it stays closed. And he puts your finger on the lung with a hole in it. And then starts working on it. Thank you.
All right, so I'm going to give you a task here.
I understand.
This is going to be I'm going to give you a difficulty 4. And this will be controlled or daring medicine.
Definitely control. He's cautious, so I'm definitely going to spend momentum. Surgery as a focus.
Yep.
And spend 3. Spend. I got the best roll in this. What do you think? Are they worth all of our momentum?
I think we need to save their life.
Then the other 3. Get all the dice.
Yeah.
That's the roll. Okay, and then assisted by the ship and the quicks.
Ooh, what the hell kind of roll is that?
All right.
I gotta.
Yeah, I don't even know what the hell the ship's gonna roll for this. Computers medicine probably.
Yeah, that'd be the simplest.
Oh my gosh.
So that's 11 successes.
Get our 6 back, 5 floating.
Gain 7.
7?
It was diff 4, so 7 momentum gained, right?
Oh yeah,
Yep.
so 6 and 1.
Good roll, Doc.
Gee, jinkies.
That was a stupid roll. You should screenshot that bastard, because I don't think anyone in the fleet's ever rolled 9 successes like that. I think people have come close, but never that.
It's been a long time, but someone has.
Garibaldi's thinking, "What do you need? Are you sure you needed my help, sir?"
I did, look. They're no longer punctured.
And oh yeah, you cut the suit. Where's that token?
Does the suit get a token?
No, there's a token for this actual person. I just gotta find out where it is.
FYI, I just threw in a random sick bay, so.
Ooh. And it is called random sick bay.
Nice.
I stand generically over here.
All right, everyone can throw the tokens in. Got a Garibaldi, got a mountain. Two securities. All right. And yeah, after your successful surgery, the patient starts groggily waking up.
Hello, I'm Dr. Martin, and you're aboard the USS Eagle. And who might you be? This is Chief Garibaldi, Chief of Security.
Universal translator working?
Both of you go ahead and give me an insight. Oh, what would this be? Insight command. Difficulty of. Make it 2.
Each of us do it, or are we gonna?
Yeah, each of
share?
you. Yep, both of you.
You take psychiatry as a focus?
No.
Shot.
Would you take quantum mechanics as a skill?
No.
I don't have it anyway, but I was just wondering. Insight command, you said.
Yes.
I will take one of those juicy momentum.
Between the two of us, one of us should hopefully make this roll.
Pretty close.
Did you give me a threat, Garibaldi?
I spent a momentum.
Okay.
It would
Ooh,
not be
you
Garibaldi.
both succeed.
Oh, it's difficulty 2. All right, cool. Woo.
Nice.
There's
Are
one.
you sending me a message?
Yes.
Wait, I remember her from the away mission with the Wakala miners.
I do too. It's one of the miners, yeah?
Is she? Yeah. Wonder what happened. What happened to the rest of them? We probably should let the commander know that she's starting to rouse. Are you all right?
You remember me? We met you not too long ago.
Lieutenant
Remind me.
Garibaldi Quinix and Dr. Ji'Karie Mountain.
Yes.
What happened to you?
You mustn't go to the relay station.
Why? What's at the relay station?
Your death.
That's enigmatic. Can you be more specific, please? Oh, anyway.
All
Go
of
ahead.
you are going to die if you go to that station.
How do you
They
know?
do have.
Is there some threat there related to what happened to your ship?
My people will kill you if you do. I need to talk with your superior officer.
Can you at least tell me what happened to your ship so I can report that to my commander?
Tholians attacked my ship while trying to escape through
Tholians?
the rift.
They came through the rift themselves?
No. It closed after I entered it.
It is consistent with my scans of your vessel.
Yeah, the probe found that relay station there, but there was no reports of Tholians there.
At present, no. But I did not come from the relay station.
Okay.
I must speak to your commanding officer.
I will have the commander come down.
Everybody, please aside. Right now, that would be me, Doc.
Oh, then speak freely then, and we'll report to the commander of the starbase.
We're currently on our way back to the station. At the moment, the commanding officer, interestingly enough, is me. I'm older than I look.
Right, your species are extremely old when they put that parasite in you.
Actually, the parasite is very old. The symbiote is what he prefers. By the way, the symbiote is very old. I'm kind of a young guy. I know they typically don't, but I have to ask: did the Tholians provide any warning or reason for their attack?
It must change the course of time.
Hi. We should contact Lieutenant Vogel. She's had some experience in this, I've heard.
Are you suggesting that we alter time, or that the Tholians are attempting to do it?
Or it's already been done. We have to reverse it? Hold on. Let's see if we can get them on the call at least.
Your species is naive.
No, that may be true.
Well, I am an expert in medicine, and there are others who are expert at figuring these things out. So don't go by just us two as example of our species. And plus, we're a different species anyway. So anyway, do you have any way we can send this information or whatever data you have and start working on it? Send it to Vogel securely, I guess.
There was not enough time to gather any data for you.
Oh dear.
Doc,
Sure.
continue to treat her injuries. Scan it for chronoton. Is it chronoton particles, Doc? That the time travel stuff leaves?
Yeah, there's some of the telltale signs of that. I'm sure I can adjust the scanners from my tricorder.
In the meantime, I'm going to make sure I'm going to contact the station. So Garibaldi's going to go back to the bridge, nod to the security officers to stay there and keep an eye and protect the doctor.
Alright, we'll follow Garibaldi for now.
Do we have the Ji'Karie ship under tow by now?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna make you roll for that. Pretty basic.
Operation secure. Open a channel to the station. Give me a secure channel.
Commander Reef, it's the Eagle. They're hailing.
On screen?
Commander Reef, I've got the Ji'Karie vessel under tow, and I'm on my way back.
What'd you find out?
So they were scans of the vessel show that it was attacked by the Tholians. I transported I only have one crew member aboard. Transported them under guard to my sick bay. And Dr. Mountain did a good job
Good.
doing the immediate treatment of the injuries. The woman is one of the miners from the one of the Vorkola miners that we encountered a while back. She's warning us to stay away from the relay station, saying that we'll all die if we go. And then she mumbled something about changing time. She also warns that if we go near the station, her people will kill us.
Did you say the Tholians?
Yes, sir. The woman's story says she told us the Tholians had attacked her people before she exited her last location, and our scans of her ship confirm that does show signs of Tholian weapons.
Is she of our time?
Unknown at this time, sir. The doctor is scanning her for signs of time travel as we speak.
Curiouser and curiouser.
I'm
Well,
also bringing the ship in tow and hopes that our engineers can have a look at it, test it for evidence of time travel, maybe download its navigation and other logs.
sounds like you've thought of everything.
I'm sure I'm forgetting something, sir.
Well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Good job. And we'll see you aboard, and hopefully the doctor, by that time, will be done with the scans, and we'll have more information.
Yes, sir. We didn't send anyone to that relay station yet, have we?
No. And we'll hold off on doing so for the moment.
Good, sir. Yes, sir. Permission to dock as soon as we get there.
Indeed.
Yes, sir. Thank you. USS Eagle out.
All right, we'll head back to the sick bay. Doctor, to find what were you doing with the patient here?
Going with the patient. You said she was waking up. Or
Well, you were just talking with her.
yeah. Well, just take it easy. Go ahead and we can sit over on one of these benches over here. You feel like you can move? If not, go ahead and just lie down there for a while. Can you tell me why your people want to attack the Federation? Are they allied with the Tholians somehow? Thank you. There you go. Hey, perfect. You'll be hopping about in no time. Now you take it easy, slow, steady breaths, and that pain will subside in a little bit.
Anything you doing or running before we get back to the station?
I make a report about what I found biologically for future treatments. Keeping an eye on the rate of cellular regeneration, et cetera, for their species. I'm a record keeper for this particular contact.
All right. All right, so once Garibaldi is back, we'll go ahead and enter a new scene. And we'll go ahead and head back to the station. The Eagle's docked. You probably take your recovered patient probably to the sick bay on the station. And Garibaldi can head back to the ops probably to report to the commander. Unless you guys are doing other stuff. If not, I think that's what everyone said they were going to be doing. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, that's fine as long as we've got the Ji'Karie ship secured, and then have security start going over it with a fine tooth comb.
Yep. Yeah.
Someone
Yeah.
from the science department try to download its navigational logs.
Yeah. Yeah. If we need any information from that, we could head to the shuttle. But yeah, it's been secured.
All right. Garibaldi would probably delegate that and then go to report to the commander.
I don't have a lot of threat to not let you have it at this point.
If the patient's condition is to where she can move around, then we'll have actually I'll contact a reef before we leave the ship to find out where he wants what he wants me to do with our guest.
Go ahead and roleplay it up.
Yeah. Garibaldi to Commander Reef.
Go for a reef.
Commander, we are docked. The Ji'Karie vessel is secured. I've got teams going over the ship now. What would you like me to do with our guest, sir?
Well, either the brig or locker in non-functional quarters.
You have a preference, sir?
She well enough for the brig?
The doctor says she's in stable condition, sir.
That would be the more secure location, would it not, Chief?
Yes, sir.
Then
If you want to give her the impression that she was a prisoner, might impact her cooperativeness.
that's fair. That's fair. How well could you secure a pair of quarters?
I can lock a pair of guest quarters down, sir, and disable the replicators in the lot and the remove control from the lots on the inside. Do you want to talk to her, sir?
Absolutely. Why don't you prepare the quarters and I will meet her and you when you bring her down to them.
Yes, sir. Your body out. Then me and the security security officers that I have with me will escort her to some quarters. We'll come ahead to the yeoman in charge of that sort of thing to have some guest quarters prepared for Prepare for a guess with the replicators and the inside locks disabled.
All right, go ahead and give me a presence command.
Oh, more of that command stuff for poor Garibaldi.
You're ordering it. Difficulty 2.
I'm going to spend one of my little momentums there. For a third die. Hey, I got one back. 2 back, right?
Yep, 2 back. And yeah, before you even step off the ship, they're able to secure the room, disable all the replicators and whatnot. And we'll go ahead and head to the guest quarters. Yeah, Prax, I do not know where that token is, so if you could throw it on there for me.
The problem is though, this stuff's not changing for me. The
Not for
maps.
me. In fact, I'm reloading my roll 20. I'm glad it wasn't just me.
Did it load now?
Yeah, I've got it now. I had to reload roll 20.
Gotta love when roll 20 is weird.
Give it the old Microsoft solution. Turn it off and turn it on.
Always seems to work.
And on the way, Garibaldi will send a text message to Vogel and have her meet us there as well.
Vogel is actually on the expedition.
Oh.
That would have been her battle station.
The expedition is not in orbit of the station anymore, is it?
Correct. They went off to go scout for any ships. All right, I'll throw the 3 of you in the room with the commander just walking in.
Hello.
Good, Commander.
Oh, are you going to introduce me to our new friend, Chief?
I will let her introduce herself, since she, other than giving us our cryptic warning that we'll all die if we go to the sensor station, she has failed to introduce herself. Unless she's told you her name, Doctor.
Nope, not yet.
Oh, what did you find when you scanned her for chronoton particles, sir? Doc?
Either will suffice. What did I find?
Yes,
You
sir.
didn't scan for them.
Oh, well, I'll scan for her then.
All right, this is going to be a difficulty 5 now.
Difficulty 5.
Yeah, you're in quarters now.
Oh,
Plus time.
dear. All right. Well, spend. Let's see, how much would it be? 2 threat and 4 momentum.
You said 2 threat?
Yep. And then would the imaging scanners work on this part?
Nope.
Dang it.
Not
What about genetics? Because it would be telltale markers of their
Nope.
time sequence thing.
No, I don't think you have any focuses here, Doc.
How about time shenanigans?
Don't think you have any.
What difficulty was it? 5? Is it difficulty 4 because I'm using a tricorder?
It's difficult. What talents do you have for that?
Well, I do have cautious medicine, so I can re-roll that other one. And then studious, whenever someone went to obtain information, I had additional questions. No, a quick study to an unfamiliar species, ignoring any difficulty increase stemming from your unfamiliarity.
Oh, that doesn't apply here, but I wish you would have told me that earlier. That would have worked
Me too.
earlier.
Dang it. But I still have the advantage, so.
But yeah, you got cautious, so you could reroll the one.
Come on, Doc.
Made it even worse.
So I get the ship or anything helping.
Nope.
Oh, I guess not. Oh, I can use a determination to reroll. Or should I use it before?
Yeah, you could if you got a value.
Maybe. I'm trying to figure it out by winging it. I threw out the handbook and wrote my own.
No, I don't think so.
Or doesn't believe in a no-win situation.
I don't think that would apply here.
All right. And what about the mission directive?
Nope, I don't think that applies either.
Well, just say there isn't one.
No, I don't think.
Fishing.
Yeah, I don't think you have one. I don't think you have one.
There it is.
I think we just failed that. It happens.
Can't get a 9 every time.
You used up your good roll.
That's a good
used
saying,
up
right?
all your karma on that one roll, man.
Actually, I have infinite amount, but I'm not saying. I can't seem to detect any, sir.
All right, thank you, Doctor. All right, young lady, you asked to talk to my commanding officer. There he is. Perhaps you start at the beginning.
Yeah, Arif is just gonna go to the couch, sit comfortably across his legs, and look at her blankly until she begins to speak.
You mustn't go to the relay station
So, you've claimed, how come?
because events following the proceeding will be the end of both your people and mine.
Be more specific.
I am from about a year into the future. I traveled into the past to warn you that if you go anywhere near that relay station, your vessels will be destroyed. And time alterations will continue against the Federation, and eventually the Tholians will take notice and come after my people. The clear course of action is to find another path.
And your proposed path is?
Open dialogue with one of my people, with one of the ships. Maybe they'll listen.
Question: were you attacked by the Tholians before or after you made your trip through time? It damaged your ship.
They attacked while I was fleeing one of our ships.
Why would the Tholians attack your people?
The Tholians are also being attacked by the Breen.
So when. I'm sorry, continue.
Prolonged engagement with the Federation and the Breen has resulted in the Breen to take more slaves to increase production of their vessels and to work on their ships.
Arif will nod to that and say, well, that sounds like an argument to contact the Tholians and not your people. I don't understand.
Surely you must realize what vessel I came in by now.
I'm just gonna glance over to the chief.
We're examining it. We're still examining it, sir.
I will look back over to our new friend. Go
I
on.
am sorry, second class agent of the Ji'Karie.
Um. Hmm. Well, you.
Were you the one that snuck aboard our ship a few weeks ago?
Yes.
That's why you look familiar.
Well, to me, that was a while ago.
Understand. Almost caused a diplomatic incident there, young lady. We can run scans of your vessel, but what can you tell us that'll verify what you're to verify your story?
I've already told you everything you need to know.
I don't think so, but there's also stuff that we want to know. I think you should please be a little bit more forthcoming with that information as well. After all, you, quite frankly, have in no way convinced me not to go to the relay station. Cryptic warnings, I'm pretty old, I've heard many of them.
Still, thanks for the warning. But how can we verify what you say?
Surely by now you've already taken a probe to that location and you've come up that there is nothing there currently, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, we just did that.
You mean other than the relay?
We've already detected your probe,
I'm sure of it.
and you must also assume that there's no vessels in the area of the sensor range of the probe.
Can neither confirm nor deny that information. When she's not looking, he nods at the commander and quicks.
Actually, Arif is gonna abruptly stand up and frown and say, "The pace of this information displeases me. Chief, let's change the fluids on the Eagle as quick as we can and let's go get some information ourselves." And then I'm going to look at her
Stop.
visitor. No, 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 it's okay. I fully intend to bring you along.
Tune the
Uh,
probe's sensors. I will give you the appropriate data to tune your probe sensors that you can update your information. There is a subspace mine waiting for you there that will trap your vessels and then detonate a temporal inversion that will trap all of your vessels in a time loop.
Excellent. I see now we are getting somewhere. I appreciate that. Make sure you forward that information to Garibaldi here. And when we take our journey, we will be all the more safer for it. And if there's any other booby traps or issues lying in wait for us, it would be prudent to tell us now.
Garibaldi will slip an empty data pad on the table in front of her. You can put the information you're offering there.
Time you get into weapon range, it would already be too late. But I'll
Hmm.
give you the information.
We will just have to hope that you are wrong. After all, time's a wasting. Garibaldi, maybe we should take the Sentry. It has quicker means of propulsion. I'm sure we can find a secure spot for our guest here on the bridge with us.
Um, yes, sir. But you want me to send a probe, sir?
I might as well, and we'll prep the Sentry. I'm gonna I'm gonna turn to the woman and say, if you don't mind just sticking around here for a few minutes, we'll be back. Doctor, why don't you wait with her? Uh, Chief, come on, let's get these ships ready to go.
Yes, sir.
And I'm gonna start striding out of the quarters.
Garibaldi will immediately follow.
And when we get a few feet away from her quarters and the door has closed, I'm actually gonna stop and turn. I'm gonna say, "So, what do you think? Should we go to the relay station or should we listen to her?"
Uh,
I will.
I
Yeah.
I think we should send a probe, verify what she's telling us, sir.
If she is correct in speed being of the essence, that might we might be a day late and a dollar short.
I had interpreted what she said, sir, to mean that uh, by the time if we took the information, by the time if we took ships out there, by the time we detected the mine, it might be too late for us to do anything about it if we went out there ourselves.
Hmm. Interesting. Let's. How long will it take a probe to get there, Chief?
Um, I'd have to do the calculation, sir.
Ballpark it for me.
All right, GM, what would I give as a ballpark estimate? How long did it take the last probe to get out there?
As luck would have it, that probe is still on station.
Oh, can we contact it? Can we contact it and change out its scanning parameters from a distance?
From a
Potentially.
distance.
However, while you two are talking and trying to strategize, ops to Lieutenant Garibaldi.
Garibaldi here. Go ahead.
Lieutenant, the Neptune is overdue to report in.
Very well. Commander Reef and I are on our way up to ops. Try to raise them.
Aye, Lieutenant, we'll keep trying.
You know, Chief, we might be able to use this to our advantage. We have to make. We could take the Sentry, take a look for them, but we still have a ruse active with our visitor. There's no reason to tell her our intended destination is anything but the station. We can diddle with the probe and then head out to the Neptune's last known location.
Um, you think that's best, sir? We've got her. Well, we've got her secure here on the station. You say you want to take her with us to go check on the Neptune and the Sagan?
Well, she'll be away from her ship,
Yes, sir.
and quite frankly, she knows far more about what's going on than we do. So self-preservation, if anything else, might keep her in line.
That's for sure.
Now, why don't you deal with the probe? I will inform the keeper of the sentry to prep her, and I will inform them of the current bruise. So, as far as we're concerned, the crew will think, or the crew, I will talk about going to the station. The crew will know that we are going to the Neptune's last location.
Yes, sir. You want to go to Neptune's last? Maybe we should go to the Sagan's last locations. That's where the Neptune was headed.
Yes, I apologize. Good correct. See, commanding instincts come into play already.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I cheat. One of Quix's former hosts was a starship captain, sir.
Isn't cheating if it's within you, is it?
Yeah, depends on who you're asking, me or Quix.
Well, your teamwork. There's no I in teamwork.
Yes, sir. The next time Arif turns his back, Quix will roll his eyes at the cliche. But no, sir. Quix gonna head to ops and see what he can find out about the Neptune, and change the scanning parameters of that probe if he can. Or if he can get the science officer to do it, if we have a science officer with a better science score than he has.
So who's heading where? And who's doing what?
Arif is going to his office to inform the Neptune crew, to inform the Sentry crew of the intended.
All right, I think we'll head up to ops then. I think that's where things are about to happen. Garibaldi, what are you doing?
I'm going to have the science officer, so I'm assuming this is going to be a sciencey thing. Have the science officer, but hand that data pad to the science officer and have them send those parameters to the probe that's in that area. See what kind of how the readings change on the probe.
All right, and you're trying to look. All right, we'll deal with the probe first. Anything else anyone's doing? We'll deal with the probe eventually. Anything else anyone's doing?
Do we consult with Vogel?
She's still on mission.
Dang it.
Yeah, she's not on the station. She will probably, the expedition will probably not be back for the duration.
What do we know about that? Now that we're back at the station, can I use my the sick bay to scan her for chronotype?
I won't let you get a reroll of that.
Yes.
But yeah, so in the ops, as soon as you get there, Lieutenant, we're still not able to raise the Neptune. Yep. He got aggroed. Yeah, Doc, you already failed the scan once, so
No, that's fine.
yeah, you won't get another chance to try to find it. Half-life and whatnot. All right, so Garibaldi, when you get to ops, one of the people at the council say, Lieutenant, still no word from the Neptune. We're unable to raise them.
What was her last reported position?
Last we know that they were heading to the coordinates of the Sagan.
Very well. Science officer, see what you can get. See if we can send this data to the probe and rescan that area around that relay station.
One second. Okay. So first things so this is probably going to be a gated task. So the first thing that has to happen is they have to reconfigure the they have to realign the scanning matrix of the probe, and they got to do that remotely. So generally that would probably be a difficulty 2 task, but because it's done remotely, it's going to be a difficulty 4 task. But it will be assisted by the station's communications engineering.
What's the role
The,
gonna be?
the task will be an engineering role.
Oof, well, Garibaldi ain't doing that.
Probably going to be control engineering.
What do we got for an engineer on this thing? So unfortunately, that's going to have to be a supporting character, huh?
Yep.
Let's see, because
Got the Juza here. Lieutenant Juza.
an awful lot like Anakin Skywalker's girlfriend. Huh? Okay, you said control engineering?
Yep.
That's a 4 for her. Control engineering. Expedited determination on this thing. And assisted by the station sensors engineering.
Communications.
Station engineering. Oh, right. These are fun.
Because, you're trying to do it over vast distances.
All right, folks. Do we we're gonna load the GM up on threat here?
Gimme, gimme, gimme.
I'm not hearing objection from my fellow players. So I'll give you 3 threat for 2 extra die. Sensor operations as a focus.
No.
Thought you were gonna go there. All right.
No, if you had like computers or something, it would probably be that.
How many times has Juzel's been activated? At least once, right?
Yeah, you can give her something. She was activated 9-9.
Okay. Can we give her computers so she'll have a focus?
Sure can, yeah. Make sure you document that she was activated today on the back of the sheet too.
Tours. Computer. I have a college degree, really. I can spell. All right, here's her roll. Oh, and the station.
Man, you guys are getting lucky with these rolls. 6, 7. I said this was 4, so you gain 3 momentum. Yeah, she is able to use the communication systems to rewrite some of the programming parameters of the probe in order to start detecting that. The next thing you got to do is you need to set a search pattern. So I'm thinking this is either going to be reason with con or science. And I'm thinking again, this is going to be a base 4, but I got momentum here. I'm going to make it difficulty 5, complication 2.
Wow. Reason science. That's a 12 for Juzel, 12 for Garibaldi. Same there. Doing this at a distance is a kind of a risky thing. I'm trying to find a value.
No, not really. There's
Um,
no risk to people, if that's what you're asking.
yeah, I was stretching there. I know I was stretching. We take mission directive on this one?
I don't think so. I feel this is extra.
Okay, well, I can't spend a determination, so narratively it makes more sense for Giselle to keep doing this. Computer still is a focus?
Yeah, I'll give it to you. Writing a computer program, I'll give that to you.
Yeah. Okay. Then I give you 3 momentum, 3 threat, so that I can have all the dice.
Come on, 5 complications.
And you said increased comp.
I've never seen it yet. Oh,
It's
boo.
4. Let's see. What was the station was what in science?
This is going to be communication science.
So come on, station.
Ooh, station coming through. Yep, you're able to upload the search program to start actually searching for the mines, and then it's just going to be a scan to actually scan the mines down. And this is just going to be your base diff 2 sensor sweep using the station sensors science.
Sensor science. And that's
then it'll be reason control science for talent.
Reason science for that. Sensor operations of focus.
Yes, that would apply here.
All right. You said just diff 2. And I'm gonna try rolling this flat with.
I guess with the station it'd be a diff 1.
Okay, cool.
But
rolling.
hold on. Never mind. Already rolled. I didn't stop you quick enough. There it is.
That 1 momentum gain then?
Yes.
Now Giselle looks up from her council and says, "Commander, Lieutenant, the sensor probe is returning. There's a subspace mine there, exactly on the parameters you gave me."
Well, it was good to know whether or not she was. I'm sorry, I'm in my office.
Oh, Garibaldi will chime his communicator. Garibaldi, Commander Reef.
Ye go, Chief.
Commander, our guest was telling the truth. There's a subspace mine in those coordinates.
Well, excellent. Whether or not that's that self-preservation or her willingness to assist us, either way, it's at least a good sign.
Yes, sir. I was thinking. Oh, by the way, Jim, what class of ship was it? Was it Neptune?
That is a
It's a nebula.
yeah, Nebula. The
And
name
the
escaped me
Sagan?
for a minute.
Did you say the Sagan was a Saber class?
Sagan was Intrepid.
Oh, Intrepid. Well, there's some fairly well capable ships. Um, Commander, do you want to take more than one ship to go out to the Sagan's location? I mean,
I
what
think we
happened?
should take the Eagle as well.
Well, I mean, whatever's going on out there, sir, both a Neptune and an Intrepid class vessel have disappeared in that area.
That is true. Well, I think it's. I think it wouldn't be the worst idea to bring another ship. The Eagle has already proved herself once.
As long as you can tow her with your slipstream drive, sir. I might soon remember the expedition towing ships into the slipstream. Should work, right?
Um, GM.
I think both ships are equipped with it anyway.
Oh, groovy.
That
Oh,
you're talking about anyway.
okay.
Up
Well,
to you, Commander. Just a suggestion.
well, you have some time aboard the Eagle, Chief. Why don't you take the Sentry this time? I'll uh, I'll strap in on the Eagle. Why don't I take our guest? She's probably more secure aboard that class of ship, and we will ride into the situation together. However, perhaps we'll head in there slow and steady and get there fast, but maybe give it a wide berth at first. Try to see what's going on.
Yes, sir. I'll follow your lead. You want to play rock, paper, scissors? See who gets Dr. Mountain?
Um, let's see here. Does the Sentry have a doctor? Probably not. Why don't you take the doctor, Chief? If anything, if we need to take on um, injured, they'll probably be going to the Sentry.
Very good, sir. I'll have security deliver our guest to beach at the airlock for the Eagle. Lieutenant Garibaldi to Dr. Mountain.
Hold on one second. Yeah, go ahead.
Doctor, we're going to go check on. We're sending a couple ships out to investigate the disappearance of the USS Sagan. I need a doctor aboard the Sentry. Would you report to the Sentry Medical Bay, please?
Sure. I will see you there in a few minutes.
And then Garibaldi will head to the Sentry.
All right. So run me through the plan again really quick, just so
gonna
the GM
go
has it straight.
explode into a subspace mine and be trapped in a time loop. That's the game. That's the plan. Wait, that's not the plan.
I thought it was travel back to 1960s Earth and go meet go-go dancers. No, no. I think and Jacob, correct me. I think the idea is that we would use the slipstream drives on the two vessels to approach the area that the Same was last reported in.
Yes, but from like drop slipstream at a decent distance and start going very carefully.
Garibaldi would probably have his sensor operator begin scanning for Tholian vessels as soon as we dropped out of the slipstream.
All right, we'll go ahead and enter a new scene. As you're getting all the ships and things together, getting all the plans. When your ops person will report to you, Garibaldi, as you're getting everything organized. Lieutenants, we're expecting a transport from the new Manevri colony of. They're supposed to deliver a much needed shipment of duranium for upgraded armor platings for the station. They're really late.
Bring their flight plan up on main viewer.
And they pull it up.
And then I'll have him bring up the flight plans for the Sagan and the Neptune, as far as we can tell, and compare the three.
So Sagan's here. The Neptune was heading toward the Sagan. The flight plan for the transport took it, would have taken it this way towards 17. The colony's here.
Interesting. Give me Commander Arif on the Eagle, please.
This is Commander Reed.
Commander Arif, communications officers reported a missing transport vessel vaguely in that area. I recommend that on our way we go ahead and take the path, follow along the flight plan of the transport vessel. Head there first to that transport vessel's most recent known location, and then once there, turn towards where the Eagle should have been. I mean the Sagan. Too many ships.
Do me a favor, Chief. With the approximate area of the Sagan and the approximate area of the Neptune, and now this third ship, could you possibly see if there is any sort of pattern in these disappearances? If there is an area that is causing this that is expanding or potentially moving?
Good luck, Commander. I was hoping that when I pulled up their flight plans, I was kind of hoping those three ships' flight plans would intersect at some point. Give us an X marks the spot to look for. But I didn't see anything like that. But if we figure the Sagan disappeared first, then the Neptune disappeared searching that area, now this transport ship, I suggest we head to the most recent disappearance first. May give us an opportunity to catch whatever or whoever's doing this.
Very well, Chief. Forward the coordinates to the Eagle, and as soon as we're ready to depart, we will ride on.
Aye, Commander.
Lieutenant, could we just hail the colony and see if maybe the transport was delayed?
That's officer thinking.
Indeed. I was waiting for the Chief to suggest it, but he hadn't.
Make it so, Ops.
And you hear the computer making angry computer noises as they're trying to hail. If I could find those angry computer noises.
Angry computer noises, as in jamming?
That's odd.
What you got?
I'm not sure. I'm hailing the colony, but either their communications are down or they don't have any communications.
That is odd. What do we know about the colony?
So originally set up to mine duranium and what the hell was the other and various other metals for the construction of Starbase Aegis.
Those materials wouldn't happen to also be components in, say, Breen starships, would it?
Well, duranium is used in almost every starship construction, as well as the dilithium that they can mine out of there too. It's used as a fuel source for warp engines.
All right, Commander, you hearing this?
I am, Chief.
Didn't our guest say something about the Breen bringing in extra slaves for increased starship construction?
They absolutely did.
What are the odds that this might be the Breen or one of their allies that's captured the transport and is now attacking the colony?
I would say pretty high, Chief.
What do you want us to do, Commander?
I suppose we best head to a colony, shouldn't we?
Just in case they are currently under attack, I concur, sir. We can always double back. We can always double back to search for the missing ships once we make sure the colony is secure.
Indeed. Let's head there full steam ahead.
Aye, sir. Helm set a course for the colony. Comms, continue attempting to break through that interference or whatever it is. As soon as we have a course laid in, engage the slipstream drive.
RF, you said you were bringing Seer, the prisoner, right?
Yes, aboard the Eagle.
Okay. So you guys, both ships were heading course to the colony, correct?
Yes, sir.
Just in case, we'll go to red alert. At least go to yellow alert as soon as we come out of the slipstream.
Okay, so you guys have, the fleet's been operating slipstream and has been getting trained and whatnot. So I'm not going to make anyone roll for this just because it's pretty basic at this point. Pretty standard for the con officers. So we'll go ahead and have you slipstream over. I'll just throw it on a random bridge here. And both ships drop out of slipstream right at, I think you said you wanted to come a little bit away from the colony, or did you want to come up right on the colony?
Probably want to come up. Only have, unless the commander disagrees, only have the sentry come right up on top of the colony, almost ready, almost in a position to enter a standard orbit, and have the Eagles stand back maybe a couple of zones. Kind of a staggered approach. What do you think, Commander?
That sounds like a pretty damn good idea, Chief. It's good work.
I'm gonna have to come up with a name for this former host that Garibaldi is channeling as hard as he can.
Can't go wrong with Jacob.
All right, so both ships drop out, and the sentry. You said the sentry was going in first, and Eagles hanging back.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Commander Arif, the sentry drops out near enough to the planet and close enough to get scans.
I think Garibaldi.
Garibaldi is on the sentry.
Oh, no. Okay. My mistake. Garibaldi, the sentry drops out close enough to the planet, the colony, to get scans.
Yellow alert, shields up. Operations, give me a scan of the immediate area.
All right, someone want to give me a nice sensor operations difficulty 1?
What's that? Reason science?
Yep. I'm not sure if the sentry has any special superpowers.
Let me see. I have the sentry over here.
High powered tractor beam, impulse drive, a blade of armor. Nope. So diff 2.
Sensors, science for the starship. And I'll just roll. It's a difficulty 1, yeah.
2.
2.
Oh no, I did say 1, didn't I? Yeah, diff 1.
All right. So
this is pretty easy to find. It'll be succeed at cost even if you fail.
We just roll flat. Really? That's what I get for just rolling Garibaldi. I guess I'm succeeding at cost.
Lieutenant, I'm not detecting the colony.
Has it been destroyed or it's just not there?
It's not there. I'm scanning where it should be, where it is in our databases. It's not there.
That's damn peculiar. Forward to sensor readings to the Commander Reef on the Eagle. Scan for chronoton particles.
All right. So yeah, you could pretty much link your telemetries here. I'll say you're close enough. This one, however, is going to be a difficulty 4.
I'm gonna have an actual science officer perhaps do this. If I have one.
I mean, you could grab whatever supporting characters you want.
See what I got for if I have a science officer with a better, because I'm sure I got a science officer with a better role than Garibaldi's. Is it going to be reason science?
Yeah.
Excuse me a second for a while I. Oh no, she doesn't have any focus. That's not a complete character. She doesn't have any focuses either. Let's see what Burke's got. Oh, let's see. Oh, I think I'm going to steal Alice Burke then. Yep. She's got We note activation for her. It's her first time. She's a first timer. But get that in the note there that she's been activated. And come on, fingers. Activated. Yes, I, as a college professor, I can spell. All right, reason science. She said diff 4, huh?
Yep.
I just get rid of cracks. You haven't got to do anything for a while. Do you want to roll the Burke? You want to feel like you're playing, man?
Sure, I'll roll for Burke.
The GM sent your ship away, and
I sent my
I
ship
didn't
away.
send the I didn't send the
I
ship
did.
away. Prax sent the ship away.
There's a reason, but yeah, you guys also have access to the Ascension crew. You can literally pull from them too. Sensor operations for a focus.
Yes.
Oh, this is second activation. I could give her something.
oh, I just know that she's her first. That was her first activation, I think.
Oh,
I didn't do anything.
she's actually been activated before, but
Okay, cool.
it was as an NPC. But what's the rule?
Reason science.
Difficulty?
4.
Oof. Okay. Take 3 threat. Just got it. The natural ones. Wow.
Wow. Gain on momentum too. Go ship. Man, none of these ships have sensors.
Sir, I'm finding consistent readings of chronoton radiation. It is fading fast, but it seems like the amount generated was some sort of massive temporal explosion. I'm not a expert in temporal mechanics, sir.
Can you compare your readings to the readings we had on the vessel on the weapon that attacked DS9 a few weeks ago?
I'll take that momentum.
I will give it to you for the answer to that question.
It is similar. I would assume that it was would be the same sort of weapon used to attack Deep Space 17.
Good job. I forgot what rank she was, right? I said her rank. Get the eagle on screen.
Go ahead, Captain.
We got a problem, sir. The colony's not here. Science officers scanned the planet. We're picking up traces of chronoton energy, similar in makeup as that weapon that attacked DS-17 a few weeks ago. You remember that?
A moment, Captain. Sorry. I'm just gonna spin in my chair to look at the time traveler, and raise an eyebrow, and say, "Would you care to enlighten us?"
A one of our vessels was most likely responsible for the temporal incursion.
Can you give us a way to scan for these temporal incursions? It would, quite frankly, save us some time.
You've done all the scans you can do.
Eh?
The objective of the weapon is to leave no trace.
Oh, okay. Uh, Chief, Captain Garibaldi.
Sir, do you know how we can find this temple excursion ship of hers?
That is a fair question because odds are we know where the Neptune and the other ship are now.
That is a reasonable assumption, I think, sir.
Sorry speaks up. If you have a way of checking outside of your ship's databases, you'll find that there was never a colony to begin with. And if they use it against your two missing vessels, those vessels will most likely be gone as well. From your, at least, outside of the database of the ship.
So, how do we reverse the effects?
You cannot. If you wish the war to end, the only way is to attempt to what I've already told you. You need to engage in dialogue. Maybe they'll listen.
Can we not find the temporal ship and simply use it on itself?
That won't reverse the effects.
Are we just gonna sigh and turn back to the view screen? Resigned look on his face. Just kind of shrug and say maybe we should.
I'm out of options at this point, sir. I don't have any way to track down that incursion vessel, and if destroying it won't undo. Maybe she's right. Maybe diplomacy is the best course of action.
And did she give us the information or the frequencies of who to contact?
Could always ask her.
No, I was asking if she already did.
Oh, that I don't remember if she did or not.
No, she didn't.
All right. I will turn back to her and ask who do you suggest we contact?
Send a communication to the subspace relay. My people are listening.
I will nod. Um, I will turn back and I will ask the comm officer to open a channel to the subspace relay station while leaving the line open to the sentry.
Aye, Commander. Channel open.
Subspace relay station, this is Commander Arif on behalf of the United Federation of Planets. I have what I'm sure will be an interesting conversation, should you be willing. I intend to take both my vessel and one support vessel to within 2 light years of the station, and I would appreciate either a response and communication or a ship to treat with. And then I'm gonna make the symbol to close the.
Oh, you said to close the channel, right?
Yes, please.
Channel closed.
And then I am going to turn to Garibaldi and say, and perhaps we should be going 2 light years beyond the station and hope for the best. Perhaps not in the area of the subspace mine.
So we're going to plot a course 2 light years from the subspace mine, sir. Is that what I'm hearing?
2 light years from the station.
Very well, sir. I'm having my comm off, sir. Contact the nearest Starfleet vessel. There is a USS Sagan. It's listed on Deep Space Exploration. There is no record of a USS Neptune, sir.
I'm gonna look back to the time traveler and say, could you save us some time and tell us what happened to the Sagan? After all, we are doing as you wish. I'd hate to make the detour if I didn't have to.
The Sagan was destroyed through conventional means. There were no survivors. Well, are no survivors.
Well,
And-
destroyed by who?
My people.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I wish this war would end just as much as you do.
Well, then let's see what we can do about that. And I'm gonna turn to my con officer and say, coordinate with the sentry and lock into the same course that they have and keep in tandem with them.
And then you guys were heading to 2 light years from the relay.
Yep. Keeping that substream drive spooled up.
Just 1 second.
Garibaldi will instruct his operations officer that when we come out of the slipstream drive to bring the shields up but leave the weapons down.
Prax did make a good point. It's probably standard operation that you leave those shields up at all times with all the temporal shenanigans.
Good point.
But I want to come in. I do want to come in. That's what I was really trying to say is we want to come in a non-aggressive posture so that we have at least the weapons down.
Okay.
If we're going to attempt diplomacy, then we'll
All right.
be.
So both ships enter the subspace relay, and or enter the slipstream, and you head to the coordinates that sit around 2 light years away. It takes maybe 20 to 30 minutes for the ships to travel to the destination from this far away, which is still a hell of a lot faster than conventional warp. And you drop out a slipstream there, and you know shields, of course, are powered like they always should be. And your shields are unpowered.
Our weapons, you mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
Science officer, give us a scan of the area. Mark the location of any of those temporal mines. Let's make sure there aren't any more out here. Don't want to run into one by accident.
Oh, I saw the commander's big head on view screen. Go ahead and give me a good sensor sweep. Div 2. Reason or control science.
Mr. Burke? Miss Burke?
And you just see this look of dread on Burke's face.
Oh, did he roll?
I'll waive the roll. This is a GM narration at this point.
Okay.
But yeah, you see the look of dread on her face.
There's no rank on the character sheet either.
What's that?
I was looking at her rank so I could address her in roleplay. That's not on her character sheet.
Oh.
Ensign Burke?
Oh, it's
It's
lieutenant.
actually it's lieutenant.
Oh,
I changed it. I didn't put it on there originally, but it's a lieutenant.
Lieutenant Burke? What do you see?
Dozens of those ships. They're in attack formation heading this way.
Sure, while he reaches down to his chair and just opens the channel to the eagle himself. Commander, we're about to have company. A lot of it. It's your turn to show me what an amazing diplomat you are, sir.
Yes, take the sentry and move off at the first sign of trouble. Slipstream away to DS-17 and get her prepared.
Sir, you want me to abandon you?
I don't want you to abandon me, but you might have to. So I want you to get ready for it.
Assume that's an order, sir.
It is.
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to turn to the con officer and I'm going to say, don't try to leave an opening as much as you can for us to get a quick getaway any direction.
Aye, Commander.
Home port.
And I'm gonna
I'll plot a course back to DS-17. Wait for my command.
Yes, Lieutenant.
And is it possible to channel as much as I can of the weapon, the energy usually devoted for weapons, into the shields to reinforce them?
Yeah.
Then I shall order that done.
Go ahead and give me a presence command, if 2.
Alrighty. Could you take 1 threat, please?
Yep. Power has been diverted, Commander.
I will nod and I will wait.
All right, so just so the gym's clear, the Eagle's staying, the sentry's GTFOing.
Now, the sentry is staying, but she's just prepared to flee if things go badly.
Okay. And then you're just going to wait for the fleet to approach?
Essentially, yes, while trying to leave at least some way for myself to slipstream or warp out of there.
Might try contacting them before they get here and just start shooting at us.
I don't know if they're gonna do that. I mean, I invited this. I'm gonna see.
All right. Then we wait patiently. Patient adjacent.
Impatiently, but yes.
Garibaldi uses his back injury as an excuse to pace.
So are you guys waiting for them to get close? Are you guys trying to communicate?
We're basically just waiting until their next move to see what happens and take it from there.
Okay. Since I got all this lovely threat. The entire fleet drops out of warp at the position you're standing that you're sitting in. They drop out of warp with their weapons and shields fully powered. And they start to move around to surround the ships. You know, the bigger ships in the center, the smaller ones moving the flank. You know, fighters are starting to be deployed.
Sorry speaks up. Commander Arif, you need to hail them. At least try to attempt dialogue. If you want this war to end, they're going to kill us.
Arif will shrug and look to the comm officer and say, "Very well, let's open the channel. Wide range."
Channel open, Commander. All frequencies.
Ji'Karie Fleet, this is Commander Arif. I speak to you from aboard the Eagle. I can speak for Deep Space 17. I would hope for a few minutes of your time before any action is taken.
Sorry, just getting a clarification on a few things. Federation vessel. Prepare to take your shields offline. Prepare for temporal inversion.
May I ask why?
You do not bring peace, only destruction.
I can agree that it might appear that way at a glance, and there are certainly mistakes we have made along the way, but we do whatever we can to try to correct them. Me being out here talking to you is one of them.
Commander, they're starting to surround us.
Is it just us or is it the sentry as well?
Well, probably both ships. Yeah, they're probably moving to surround both ships.
Well, are you fully confident that Garibaldi has his orders? So he's simply going to, for the moment, wait a couple moments at least to see if they respond.
Is the channel still open?
Yes.
Operation.
Yes, so it's still open.
Operations, can you tie us in on that communication?
I could give you a roll.
Yeah, Garibaldi wants to be able to listen in and
Div 3 control engineering assisted by your ship's communications engineering.
oh, I need an engineer. Oh, there she is. Difficulty 3 to get into that conversation.
Yeah.
Reason
You're having to basically hack comms.
reason engineering.
Be control. Control or daring.
Control. We'll go with control with Juza. I want to try to take a stretch for a focus on computers.
No, it's be communications.
All right. I'm not gonna just, I'll roll it flat with these two and we'll just hope for the best. I won't even bother rolling for the ship at this point.
Yeah, no. Nope, you won't get it.
You're on your own, Commander.
But
Sari's on the bridge.
yeah, she was always on the bridge, I believe.
Oh, yeah. And I will actually turn to her or you and just kind of motion towards the view screen.
Commander, this is Sari, second class agent of the Ji'Karie. Please, you must listen to prevailing ears. They want peace. We can find a way out of this conflict.
Exactly. The communication is still on. Talk to them. Show them that. I think you know I want peace by now. I hope. I'm out here. You're people.
There can be. Yep. Hold on. We have run the simulations. We will correct this. Lower your shields. Prepare for temporal inversion.
You see, we have proof that your calculations are quite frankly incorrect. And once again, I will turn to her and say they don't seem very interested in what I have to say.
Commander, please. This is the only way. You can't listen to listen to reason here.
I will not listen to the words of a traitor. And at that point, on a reef ship, you hear the tactical officer say, "They're firing on us."
Yeah. Can you see my question in the chat?
Oh, no, because you're still technically security.
All right, that's fair. Difficulty 3 then. So, Daring Con.
But first, though, I get to take a shot. Oh, and you're in a glass cannon too. I'll make it long range.
Oh, the Saber class is a glass cannon too?
No, they're shooting at the Defiant, but I'm
Oh.
pretty sure the Saber is
I got some shields. I got ablative armor. I got all the things.
Gonna get one back. I'm gonna spend one to reroll. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. What scale are you? 3?
Yes.
They have it's 5 resistance, so
Okay.
4.
I'm going to use both versatile into piercing, so I believe that'll still do 8. Which I believe is a breach.
Shields are still up.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's still a breach, though, for the 5 damage. The structure. So you take 1 breach to the structure. And as they shoot at you, Arif, sparks start flying throughout the entire bridge as one of the breach causes hull breaches around deck 1 and 2. And violently shakes the ship. Now I'll give it to you guys. Keep in mind there's like at least like 12 to 15 ships here.
I know my turn is probably going to be trying to slipstream out of here. I don't know what.
Well, what we probably need to do is one of us flee and hope to generate enough momentum to keep the initiative, so the other one can flee.
You have quick to action,
Garibaldi does, yes.
then you can keep it for free because you're in the scene.
Okay, cool. I always think quick to action applies to just Garibaldi acting.
It's the entire. It's like all your allies.
Cool.
I think it's worded you and your allies.
All right, then let's both get out of here, Commander. But you're flying the glass cannon, and you've already taken a hit, so you go.
Alrighty. In order to do quick to action, do you have to be first?
No, it basically applies the entire first round to anybody. It doesn't even have to be his turn. He doesn't have to be involved in the turns.
Excellent. Yeah. I want to get the hell out of here. To DS17 if I can, but any direction that is open first would be a plus.
Now, by the way the slipstream drive works, you kind of move into subspace, so I guess it doesn't really matter that we're surrounded.
No, not at all.
Well, actually, hold up. Before that, is there any way to determine what that breach is gonna do when I enter slipstream? Would I have any?
It'll be fine. Slipstream really relies on the deflectors, so.
Okay, then let's go. I want to go.
Although I think deflectors are a structure.
I want to go home.
I might spend threat here for you, but.
I want to try to go home then.
All right. Yeah, so it's going to be daring, con, and for a reef because of the breach. I'm going to make it a difficulty 2. Or, sorry, I'm going to make it a complication range 2. So it'll be diff 3, comp 2.
Could I possibly argue presence command because I'm ordering my team to do it?
Now, you could direct the con officer, and then you would get the assist with your presence command. But it has to be the con officer doing the task. But since you're the commander, you get the superpower that you can direct somebody.
Okay.
So you could direct the con officer. You would get an assist with presence command.
And I'm sorry, what was the difficulty?
Difficulty 3. Complication 2. for the Eagle.
Okay. Okay. Who is my con officer?
The issue is you guys didn't create enough supporting characters. You do have Robert Smith, and
That was what I picked. Because you know who created Bob Smith, right?
I know who created Bob Smith.
Well, didn't you say we could steal supporting characters off another ship too?
You could use one of the Ascension crew members because they did become part of the crew.
We will.
Well,
We
can't
will
access that
use
information on those.
Bob Smith. Actually, yeah. Can I somehow use my determination to give Bob Smith successes or get successes on an assist?
I think you can only use yours to generate momentum. I believe it is the captain where you could just give it to somebody.
Yeah, that's the captain. So you have to be the commanding officer of a ship. I think is the way it's rated.
He is technically They're both technically commanding officers of their respected ships. So
Because I think
Yeah.
that power is based on the role you're playing and not.
Yeah, that's how I'm ruling it, is that it's based on the role that you started the game with. I mean, it's a little different that we have all these weird ships, so that'd probably be a thing Prax and I have to talk about, how we want to run that with people coming in and going with ships.
No.
But the way I was ruling it was that whatever you started the game as, that's your role for the entire game.
I'm kind of considering just trying to do it myself.
I mean, you can. You definitely could override.
Yeah. I am going to try to do it myself.
If you override, however, it will be a difficulty 4.
Okay. I am gonna assist Bob Smith. Because that changes things immensely.
Because with the override, it would be a +1 difficulty.
No, I am gonna assist Bob Smith and give you 1 threat for his role.
Now, like I said, you could use your determination to generate momentum. I think that's what they do, right? That's what commanders do. And then everyone would
no,
have.
it's executive officers. The actual role of the executive officer is technically they can spend 3 momentum to give someone back their determination when they just use it.
Oh, okay. I got that confused.
He can technically spend your determination as a way to quickly make an advantage, to lower the difficulty.
That sounds pleasant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to try to do that. Maybe we've been on high alert the whole time, so we've been tracking open areas and we've been trying to keep ourselves open anyways.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll take it. So it'll be a diff 2 comp 2.
Alrighty. I think I am still gonna give you 1 threat.
Then just need your assist, Arif, because I believe you were directing. And then the ship with engines con.
I got the engine. I got the ship.
All right. That'll be 3 momentum gained. And then with your quick to action, go ahead and go Garibaldi for your ship, because I'm sure you're keeping.
Yes.
And then I'll just narrate everything at the end.
All right. I gotta find us because he took my supporting character I was going to use, so now I gotta find.
You
him.
have Alan Robinson from the Ascension
Okay.
crew.
Okay. Do you have access to that character sheet, Prax? Because I don't.
Everyone should.
I do
Reeve
not.
does.
Where's this Ascension at?
Right below Dr. Oscar Willis on my list.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's the first one on the Ascension.
Oh, there it is. Ellen?
Yep.
Should have all players unless Prax changed it.
I'm updating it now.
All right, cool.
All righty then. Daring Con for Mr. Robin. Hey, you couldn't have named him. You couldn't have made him a woman. They could have been Mrs. Robinson.
Cuckoo Kajube.
Helm operations or astronavigation for focus.
Helm.
Okay. Is it difficulty 3 comp regular comp for us?
Yes.
All right, then I'm going to. As soon as
But
I
you know what? Before you roll, since Arif gave me some threat,
I should have rolled faster.
I'm gonna make yours a complication 2, as his wake is interfering with yours, so it'd be a comp 2. Div 3 comp 2.
Fair enough. I'm going to spend one of the momentum that Arif generated for me. So I will give Alan an extra die to roll. 2. And then it's Engines Con, right, for the ship?
Yep. Ooh.
Well,
Did you direct?
He wouldn't. He's security.
I'm a security guy, so I don't have that power.
He's in the command position though.
Yeah, but I don't know if that changes throughout the game. Does it?
It's supposed to. If you're in command of a away team, you usually get command of the direct. But
Do you?
yeah, I guess that's the way I've been ruling it. But
No, if that's how you roll it, yeah, you could direct.
All right, so that gives me a daring
President's command.
presence command. I get 1 die.
I have to double check the rules. It's been a while since I read them.
I really want to spend my determination here to make sure I get this.
you can't on a direct.
I can.
You can't.
Cannot.
Cannot. Then dang it. No, I gotta spend my determination to re-roll.
Not for you.
Nah, dang it.
He directed, so it is, but he couldn't direct again.
I don't think he gets 2 directs. Unless he
No.
has the
I get 1 per scene or something like that.
Yeah, it's only 1 per scene.
If
Can I spend my determination to at least re-roll my 1?
No, you can't re-roll yours.
since
not with the
we're
determination.
saying he was the commanding officer now, could he
Oh.
retroactively use his determination to lower the difficulty?
Really, because he used the direct, they'll get to go again. They'll get to go, which they'll probably fire on the sentry. But that means Robinson has his actual turn to go. So the issue is the complication that needs to really be resolved.
Yeah, I was just making sure everything stands here.
All right, then I'm going to. I don't know. I don't think I want to stand a complication outnumbered 12-1. So I'm going to spend the 2 existing momentum to squash the complication, take my lumps, and try to get out of here on the next time I get a turn.
All right. And Prax is right. One of the cruisers will fire on you. One of the larger ships. I'll spend my last threat
It could have been one of the little fighters if you wanted it to be.
Oh,
Wow.
Ow. So with their complications, they accidentally open a hole for me.
Well, so number one, they succeeded in the task, but then they have two complications. So damage is going to happen, but this ship happened to be one of the ones that was previously damaged in another engagement, and so after it fires, its entire weapons array just burns out, causing massive damage and breaches. Like it probably shouldn't have shot, but they did. Oh wait, no, they even missed. Sorry, I threw them at long range. No, they missed. So yeah, they attempt the fire, but their entire weapons array with previous battle damage just short circuits and causes massive breaches and damages to the ship. Basically rendering the ship disabled.
With a little mirth in his voice, Garibaldi looks to the helm officer. Can we leave now, Mr. Robinson? And at this point, I would like to spend my determination to lower the difficulty if I can.
Yeah, that's fine.
I do that to lower the difficulty for him. So diff 2 then.
Diff 2 normal comp.
Okay. Same foci.
Yep.
And I want to get out of here this time, so I'm going to give you 3 threats. Since you don't have any, I feel bad that you don't have any threats. I'm going to give you 3. So that
Well, I appreciate that.
So I can have the extra dice.
So if you get stuck again,
I'm in trouble.
Torpedoes are coming.
I understand. I'll just have to explain to a reef that I damaged the ship. But this time...
Oh, thank God.
This time, I think...
Yeah, that time you get 4 momentum. So the order of that happens here is a reef takes the initial shot and the breach. A few minor injuries reported, maybe a couple hull bucklings, sparks flying, few burnt out consoles, power relays. Nothing that can't be managed, and you enter slipstream. The wake caused by your slipstream because of the damage you took caused the Sentry's initial attempt to go into slipstream to fail. That gave the enemy another opportunity to fire, but because of the battle damage to their ship, they just caused themselves more trouble than it was worth. And then the Sentry, after the Eagle warped out or slipstreamed out, was finally able to enter their slipstream. And both of you are on course toward Deep Space 17. Out of combat.
Well done, Mr. Robinson.
And we'll enter a new scene as both ships approach, as both ships drop out of their slipstream at Deep Space 17.
I will order a channel opened to the Sentry.
We're here, Commander. Looks like you damaged your ship there, sir.
I did. I'd like you to keep the Sentry out, just in case we have company. I'm gonna bring the Eagle into the station and try and get as much repair work as possible done before I have to send her out to join you.
Aye, Commander.
And I'm gonna cut the communication and do just that. I'm gonna dock the Eagle as fast as possible and get people basically repairing it as soon as possible while keeping the station on red alert.
All right, yeah. All of that happens as soon as you dock up. You call ahead and get everybody organized. Sentry's out there patrolling, looking for ships.
It's got a standard patrol pattern with active scans of the area.
How far away did the expedition go?
I
Just
think
to
just
the end of
I
the
think it was
system.
just to the border, right? A few
Edge
light
of the
years out.
system. The edge of the system.
Oh.
All right, let's forward. Let's actually contact the expedition.
Let's put Prax up. Prax is probably wondering why why all the ships left.
Don't forget, we also have the Raven in dock.
Oh, they went out with the expedition.
And attach the Raven in as well. I'll keep them informed.
And Prax, you're getting hailed from DS17.
I assume this has to do with your little excursion leaving the station, Commander.
It does. It seems we've had some issues with some Ji'Karie vessels. We, on the advice of a visitor, attempted to try some diplomacy with their people. It didn't go awfully well. And long story short, they might be coming here. It's possible. So if you could bring in a little closer to the station, we will forward you all the relevant data.
This. Remind me why. Exactly. Where did you go and what did you do, Commander? Based on this visitor.
Well, we gave it a shot to end a war, Captain. Like I said, we are trans. I'm gonna nod to my ops officer. We are transmitting you all the information, all the sensor information we've taken in the last couple hours. And I will inform her of what we've done.
Um, next time, Commander Reef, I would like to be informed. Last thing we need is to people to become cowboys out here and run amok. Especially poking a beehive is extremely dangerous. But given the fact that this visitor gave you some useful information, I would very much like to talk with her.
Absolutely. She is presently secured aboard the Eagle, as am I.
Very well. I will contact you when we're back in range of the station. Prax out.
Um, at which point I'll simply walk back to our visitor and say, well, soon you'll get to talk to an even more superior officer.
If she's still on the bridge, she's actually probably on the floor, kind of in a fetal-like position, kind of looking, wondering why her people won't listen.
Oh, that changes things. In which case, I am going to kneel down, not unkindly, and try to help her up a little bit. At least give her some support.
They won't listen.
They will. You just have to find the right way to tell them.
They're going to doom us all.
Well, we'll just have to figure out a way to stop that. You must know more. Help us.
I need to be alone. Is there someplace I could rest?
I will try to. First, I'll try to get her up and say absolutely. Uh, while rapidly thinking of where that might be. Um, I'm. You know what? If I remember correctly, Defiant class has bunk beds.
Yes.
I am going to bring her to a quarters and um, well, first, if she will allow that.
She'll follow you to.
All right. And once we get in there, I'm gonna do the standard security lockdown. Um, and I'm going to get in the bottom bunk and offer her the top and shrug and say, I'm sorry, this is about as alone as you can get. I'm sure you understand. I'll stay quiet though. Guys, I'm better at listening anyways.
I need to. I need to process all this.
So get up there, lie down, and start processing. I'm sure you understand why I can't leave you alone right now.
I understand.
And I think this will actually be a good opportunity to end the episode there.